Hey guys, it's Centurion Master and welcome back to World of Warships. Today we'll take a look at my German Tier 8 battleship, the Mighty Bismarck, and mighty is exactly what this ship is. If you're grinding your way down that German battleship line, don't give up and keep on going, because trust me, when you get here, the Bismarck is well and truly worth the wait. She's a real beast. Let's have a look at the stats. Survivability score of 85, hit points of 69,200, very impressive for a battleship and better than both the Carolina and the Amagi at the same tier. Armour varying from 32mm to 320mm makes this ship extremely tough, very durable and very robust, a very difficult ship to sink. Tie in some good map and positional awareness and you can last for very long times in these games and rack up massive amounts of damage. You'll be doing that with main batteries of 4x2 380mm, reload time of 26 seconds and 180-degree turn time of 36 seconds, which is pretty good for battleships. The dispersion, however, of 274 meters isn't quite so good, and if you're choosing to engage targets of ranges of 20 kilometers plus, don't anticipate having the best success. My advice would be try and hit targets between ranges of 12 to 16k for best success, no more than 18. Anything from there on, it's going to be kind of a potluck shot, to be honest, if you do any real significant damage. Maximum firing range, as stated before, is 21.2 kilometers, which is pretty impressive, but you're not going to have the most success. Shell velocity, however, on the AP and the HE is both 820 meters a second, so no additional lead required when changing from one round to the next, which is a bit of a plus. Secondary armament, 8x2 105mm with a maximum range when fully upgraded of 10.6k, and 6x2 150mm, again maximum range of 10.6k when fully upgraded. And to be perfectly honest, these secondaries are absolutely fantastic. Any ship coming close to the Bismarck within that range will get absolutely ripped to shreds by these secondaries. They are absolutely sensational. My advice would be apply any modules which will give you additional secondary range and minimise your dispersion, and any perks for the captain which will do exactly the same, because the secondaries on this ship are a real star for me. The main batteries are good and can do damage at the right range, but you get ships within that 10.6 kilometer range in addition to your main batteries and you're going to start to really pummel people. Anti-aircraft, as you can see, just an absolute array of different anti-aircraft, and this is a really sensational ship for air defence. It's far from perfect, and I say that because most carriers are going to want to take you out, therefore you are going to get hit irrespective of the amount of guns you've got on the ship. Advice: take an additional catapult fighter for that little bit extra protection, because although you will take lots of planes down, you are going to get hit. 14x1 20mm, 16x4 20mm, 10x2 37mm flak, and the 8x2 105mm. Absolute littered with anti-aircraft, and when you do play this ship you'll appreciate exactly how good they are, taking down anything from 10 to 15 on a good game of enemy aircraft. Manoeuvrability, 31 knots in a straight line is pretty good for a battleship. Turning circle radius of 850 millimeters, we wish, meters is pretty big. It's not the biggest, but it's pretty big, but you will start to turn pretty quickly with a rudder shift of 12.8 seconds. So it's not the most manoeuvrable of ships, but it's pretty fast in a straight line. Concealment kind of speaks for itself. As you can see on a profile, it's a very big ship, 16.4 kilometer range by sea and a 14.7 kilometer range by air. You are going to be detected early, and you are going to be a target for torpedo bombers and just bombers in general. So you'll be thankful you've got that anti-aircraft defence, but just for that little bit extra protection, take the fighter aircraft. And again, my advice would be, just generally when playing a ship, try and get a really good secondary build, because you can rack up some massive damage and it will give a deterrent to any ship from getting too close within that range. Right, that's it for stats, and enough jabbering on from me. Let's move on to a little bit of gameplay, and I'll show you a couple of games I played earlier on in this ship, and I'll talk you through what I've done and why. Here's some gameplay. Right guys, and here we are on North, and it's a domination game.
Battle starts.
Never quite sure what to do at the start of most games. I always try and see
Let's give them a hard time.
what friendlies are going to do before making my decision, but on this
It's a go.
In this game, we just decided to move forward a little bit.
All forces, capture that area.
Go raging forward like I normally do, and just try and play it a little bit more careful. This is a game where I really utilise my secondaries towards the second half of the game. But the first half's not been quiet, but it just gives you some examples of how firing at your maximum range really does give very minimal success. Just scouting ahead now to see if I can see anything, see if anybody pops up. Oh, it's a little bit early in the game, so it's like 15 to 20k patch what I'm searching now. I really do love the Bismarck. It's already up to 30.7 kilometers an hour. As I said before, going in a straight line, it can move pretty well for a big ship. But I never try and stay in the same direction for too long, even just small directional changes. Just keep people on their toes. We have been detected. There's 1, 2 people now, 3 aiming at us. So I do stick a turn in, slow my speed down, expecting some rounds to come in. And there's our first target, 20k away, battleship. Some shots off, not really expected to do too much damage. Managed to miss all but one of those rounds coming in. And there we are, a V8 fired, 1 hit, no damage. Again, early doors, don't expect to have too much success. Just want to keep mobile, keep moving. Just see if there's any chance of anyone offering me a broadside I can maybe get some shots into. That's what this cruiser looks like it's about to do. Shots out, see what we can do. Looks like all the enemy are moving over towards C and D. Again, partial damage, just a 1 shot at the 8 landing. With that dispersion at that sort of range, I'm never going to have massive success, even against the weakest of targets. A seems to be taking control of. This is one of those games where almost all the enemy move onto one side. Just going to push forward a little bit. Probably shown a bit more in hindsight of my my citadel than I'd like. With quite a shallow angle on the Bismarck, you can't really lob shots and plunge them down onto deck, so you've got to make sure you've got a reasonable line of fire. Get nobody in range at the minute. It's A secure. Enemy capping D. And at the minute I'm just looking for any opportunity targets. There's no plan as such. All our team seem to be hovering at the back between B and C. We have some potential targets, but again, obstructed by that hillside. So we keep pushing forward, keep checking, keep checking. Now I should be able to get some shots off. But again, it's about 19 kilometres. I don't expect to score any big damage. Get my shots away. Turn to my right hand side. Try and lock my armament on a bearing to try and bring them round as quick as I can. You can do it using free look as well, but I tend to get the habit of doing this. Again, all missed.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
One of our destroyers has been taken out. Try and focus my secondaries on that destroyer. Not sure I'm going to get any shots off though, as he now pulls away. Take off that.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Most of our friendlies seem to be stuck to a G line, don't really want to move. It's one of those maps where you either have to go forward and risk it, or you do kind of hang around in the back
Hang in there. Help is on the way.
and just wait for some sort of target to show itself. Again, looking for the best possible target you can find. Turn to the right now. Getting detected. Rounds shortly inbound. Here they come. Might slow down and just course just a little bit. Never want to make it easy for them. Any battleship, and I'm by far not the best battleship player by any stretch of imagination. But never become too consistent. So aim back and forth. Typical speed, try and mix it up a little bit and keep people guessing. I've decided at this point there's nothing happening on this side. We've taken A and B and all the enemy, as you can see on the mini-map. Trying to secure C and D and keep it secure. So we're going to push down, trying to assist our friendlies down here. Always wary about caught out in the open. Always a little bit nervous about being or approaching too many ships too closely on my own. I come over here and now everybody seems to be heading the opposite way. There's no point hanging back there. Got to push forward now. You know, there's a ship over there somewhere. I'm trying to decide which target is going to be best. Approaching them head on, trying to give the ships ahead of me minimal angle to get shots into me if they do choose to fire. Yeah, I'm just going to focus my secondaries on this ship. I'm very lucky I'm going to nick this kill.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
The first kill of the game with 1876 damage. There's a cruiser. Looks like he's run aground somehow. Send him a volley for his trouble. Again, 16k, 17k now we're shooting at, and you'll see already the improvement in accuracy of the main batteries. There's 3 and 1 incapacitation. 20,000 damage. Constantly got to be aware of what's going on.
Requesting fire on the designated target.
Asking for fire. No one seemed close enough to take a shot.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
I'll be very careful here. I know there's at least 2 or 3 ships ahead of me. And I'm really unsure at this point about which approach I was going to take. It'd be easy to turn to a side and just get some shots off, but I really wanted to push these flanks. Fire some shots into that cruiser, or at least try to. Again, slow down. And we miss. Like I said before, it's not the most mobile of ships, but it slows down and it picks up speed pretty quick. You know, it's reasonably manoeuvrable. It's nothing sensational, obviously. You know, a reasonable rudder shift, you can start your turn, you know, pretty quickly.
Enemy battleship detected.
Get a barn door with banjo there. Getting more shots coming in. On fire. Just going to use one of my health kits rather than my repair, just to minimise the effect of that burn until I really have to use my repair kit. One stack in a minute.
Enemy severely
The
damaged.
battleship to our left is going to appear now. I completely didn't see him. Way too focused on what was going on ahead of me. Here he is. focus our secondaries on him.
Problem solved, sir.
This is why our secondaries go to work. Main turret incapacitated. More reliant now on our secondaries than ever. Try and get some shots into him. As you can see, the rate of fire of the secondaries is just fantastic. 21, 22, 23, 24. Absolutely piling up with damage. Putting under so much pressure. He turns head on to try and minimise the effect. I'm not going to get the kill here, but somebody is, but we've certainly contributed in diminishing that health quite quickly. He's been taken out.
The ship is on fire.
Now we've got two cruisers, one's really close. Again, focus our secondaries on the one. I was expecting to get torped at some point, so a Hydra cruiser is on the go. As you'll see in a minute, some torps do appear.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Two minds here about who's going to be my main focus, but I leave my secondaries on. The one cruiser, which then allows me to focus my main batteries on the second enemy. And I was pretty confident that I could leave my secondaries to do most of the damage. A couple of shots in. Try and whittle him down as much as I can.
Problem solved, sir.
And I'm going to turn into face him and cruiser. Put pressure on him. I do have another battleship and destroyer in the area to offer some support. We've gone from literally no damage to 41.5. That's pretty much all down to the secondaries. I have done some damage with the main batteries. As you can see with the secondary numbers just absolutely flying now.
The ship is on fire.
Again on fire. Not really much I can do at this point. Just going to focus on trying to get the shots in as quick as I can. Minimise the threat. We're 900 points now. We've nearly won the game. It's just about getting whatever damage I can do. Hopefully not. Taking the trip to the block. You can just see the durability of Bismarck. I'm taking shots here from
Our victory is in sight.
front, I'm taking shots from the side. Yes, I'm using repair kits, but it's took an absolute pounding over the last 5 minutes. The rate of enemy health has been absolutely battered.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
And there we have it. We got a kill at the end. Secondaries to the rescue. You can see the rate of fire, 118 secondary hits. You know, 66,000 damage, nothing major, but it's okay. 27 hits, 3 incapacitations, 2 destroyed, 2 fire, and as I said before, 118 secondary target hits, which really contributed to the damage. Third on the board with 2 kills, 1478 base experience. Not the biggest game you're ever going to see in a World of Warships, but it did show the durability of a ship and how effective those secondaries can be if you target the fire onto a ship and really focus our efforts. They can really push out the rounds, and it really puts those ships under pressure. So not a bad first game, and now we've got the second one. Two brothers, domination again, and this is more about the anti-aircraft. I hardly do any damage in this game at
Battle
all.
starts.
Again, similar sort of mindset, not sure which way to go.
Let's give
But
them a
I
hard
think D was
time.
my preference at this point.
Much obliged.
We do have an aircraft carrier on this, on both sides. We do expect to see some aircraft pretty soon. I've got a fighter on ship if required. Again, just going to scan forward, see if I can see anything. We'll go off to the right hand side and try and support. Getting up to 25 knots already. A reasonable acceleration on this ship. It's still a pretty big target. You can see there it's very wide. Fantastic armour built though. 320mm, Does offer you quite a lot of protection. Just trying to mix it up a little bit. Everybody seems to be coming across the right hand side. I'm going to try and take D. Steady on, chap.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Well out of my reach. Again, trying to keep my guns trained wherever likely enemies to appear from. Using free look to be able to scan around without affecting the angle of my weapons and where I want them aiming. Destroyer's got some torps off.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Now we have some bombers inbound. Just to track bombers in this ship.
It's a go.
You can just see the rate of fire of the anti-aircraft. There's one down, two down. Bombs.
Fighter airborne. The ship is on fire.
Change direction. Just as he's trying to get back to base. Unlucky, son. You've got no chance. So first engagement. Yes, we get bombed, set on fire, but we took down 3 of the enemy aircraft. Any number of those 48 anti-aircraft men. Taking aim.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Yeah, most of the ships in this game are at that range, which is just outside my what I think is my effective range, between 12 and 16k.
Problem solved, sir.
Slow down in, prevent a collision. Again, I'm just trying to narrow the angle now. Try and lower the profile. Give the enemy ships as small a target as possible.
Enemy destroyer
Take too much damage there on that salvo, should I say.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
There's that second news again on this cruiser. Broadside on. Try and get some shots away. Okay, just can't hit anything in this game. Destroy this. Actually trying to lob some shots over. And we do get some hits in.
Enemy aircraft carrier sighted.
Wilco.
Change our focus now to that ship coming round. Less than 9k. Fighter down.
Fighter airborne.
And this is where you struggle sometimes in a battleship. Try to make these tight manoeuvres in a congested area.
All stations,
coming from
requesting
everywhere.
fire
Light
on the
service coming
designated
anywhere.
target.
It's just getting at those main batteries back around in position to fire quickly. You've got to think in advance about where you're going to go and what you're going to do. Try to get some shots off.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Fighter destroyed.
This is where secondaries go to. Really in that plane. Racking up ahead, bombers are inbound.
Team is taking the lead.
Someone gets a kill. Here we are again.
Our victory is in sight.
That was a great battle.
So we've one shot down, two shot down. Trying to get round into his cruiser, setting fire.
The ship is on fire.
You do not want to be in a plane. Bismarck.
Problem solved, sir.
That's it, 10 planes taken down already, not only any damage done. But you are going to be a target for aircraft carriers. I suppose it does me no good in this game, having that fighters to give that little bit extra protection. So many things going on behind me now. I kind of forget there's a big island in front of me. I saw it momentarily and tried to go around it. But just again. Focused on a million rounds.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
A bit of a schoolboy error. Nose first into the plane. Quite luckily for me. We're not too far away from the So 10 planes shot down, 20,000 damage, next to no damage really. Most capable in the Bismarck. You can easily get over 200,000 damage in a good game in the Bismarck. Well, for the NT aircraft. They've done me a little bit of justice, taking down 10 planes.
Enemy aircraft carrier sighted.
Yeah, desperately trying to get some shots. Anything to impact the game in a positive way. Team's very dispersed. There's very much got a feel of everybody's trying to get a kill. Get as much damage as they can on a very dispersed enemy. It was better with just sending my main battery on a break and then secondary all the work. We're seconds away from winning the game now. Another victory. 165,000 silver, almost 4,000 experience, 29,000 damage, next to nothing really. Fifth on the board with 10 planes, and you'll see on the enemy team the Bismarck as well. 8 planes taken down, so 18 between us. That's more than the entire game combined, I believe. That just goes to show exactly what the Bismarck is capable of. So yeah, 2 games showing 2 different aspects of the Bismarck. So, all in all, a very, very strong, durable, tough, resilient ship. Good armour. Great main battery guns at the right range. A little bit wayward at probably 18 to 19k plus, but anywhere between 12 and 16 you're going to do some serious damage. Fantastic secondaries. I mean, they're fully upgraded with the correct modules and skills on captain. Absolute essential on this ship. Fantastic anti-aircraft. And as you saw in a second video, capable of taking down planes with ease really. And in some cases just as well, because I couldn't hit a barn door with anything else. But all in all, it's a ship I really enjoy playing. I've had some much bigger games in this ship, which I'll be putting up soon. And yeah, it kind of all the battleships, I think this is one of the best. The mighty Bismarck. It's mighty indeed. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to keep watching, please subscribe. Put a comment down below and I'll do anything that you wish me to, within reason, obviously. But thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Catch you next time.